Welcome to Key Tech. Please describe this channel if you are interested in today's video. The investment environment in the UK market has undergone great changes. In the past, many Chinese companies participated in the UK market, such as Huawei. But Britain followed in the footsteps of the United States and banned the use of Huawei 5G equipment. In addition, the UK has also intervened recklessly in the acquisitions of Chinese companies in the UK, reneging on their promises. Wingteker's company once acquired NWF, the largest chip factory in the UK, but was required by the UK to divest it. It seems that the divestment of Chinese companies has worked, and this chip factory may go bankrupt directly. Foreign media said, "It doesn't matter whether 600 people live or die." Countries are accelerating the layout of the semiconductor industry chain, but the UK has played a good hand of cards. ARM has monopolized the global mobile terminal architecture market. It was originally a British company, but it was acquired by Japan's SoftBank, and the UK lost a trump card. In addition, NWF was originally the largest chip factory in the UK, mainly producing silicon chips for power applications in the automotive industry, and also owns several fabs. However, the NWF business is not well managed and owes huge debts, and it is already on the verge of bankruptcy. So the Chinese company Wingtek took action, and its subsidiary Nexperia acquired NWF, and Wingtek indirectly held 100% of the shares. After the acquisition of NWF, it not only repaid its debts, but also invested a lot of management power and capital to help NWF get out of trouble. However, the matter is not over yet. Seeing that the NWF has resumed its operations, and its life is getting better and better day by day, Britain regrets it. In November last year, the United Kingdom required Chinese companies to divest at least 86% of NWF's equity on the grounds of maintaining national security. It has only been a year since Wingtek acquired NWF and requested to divest it. Just when it was thought that NWF could vigorously develop overseas markets, such an incident came from the UK. In the end, the UK got its wish, and the Chinese company transferred the equity of NWF within a corresponding period of time. However, the divestment of NWF's equity has little impact on Wingtek, and the expenditure on NWF is less than 1% of the company's corresponding indicator. So Wingteker's divestment can be done safely, but NWF's life is not so easy. It seems that the divestment of Chinese companies has worked, and NWF, a British chip factory, may go bankrupt directly and fall into a difficult situation again. NWF's revenue loss last year reached 1.44 billion yuan, and by the first quarter of this year, NWF's revenue loss was still expanding. There are currently 600 employees in this factory. If the situation continues and NWF does not get good management and financial support, these 600 employees will lose their jobs. Some foreign media said that regardless of whether 600 people were dead or alive, the UK asked Chinese companies to withdraw their investment, and the result was another mess. Originally, under the proper management of Chinese companies, everything can get better and better. The establishment of the factory in the UK can continue to guarantee the employment of local workers, and there's still hope for it to grow bigger and stronger in the future, and to regain its glory. Even if it is a foreign holding, it can bring great help to the local chip manufacturing industry and revitalize the surrounding economy, which is good for the UK. But the UK played a good hand again. As one of the few chip factories in the UK, if NWF really goes bankrupt, the only loss will be the UK itself. Countries around the world are accelerating semiconductor competition. The United States has provided $52 billion in subsidies. The European Union has formulated a €43 billion subsidy plan. South Korea plans to train more than 2,000 semiconductor talents in the next 10 years. And Germany will introduce TSMC to participate in the construction of factories. With the target of 70% chip self-sufficiency, it can be said that the world semiconductor industry is advancing at full speed. So whoever can control more chip factories will have a greater competitive advantage in the future. But at a critical moment, a Chinese company acquired NWF, bringing the British mess, which was on the verge of bankruptcy and owed huge debts, under its command. This was originally a great favor to the United Kingdom, but it was not expected that the United Kingdom would go back on its word and intervene in the acquisition case. I am afraid that they want to re-enter the competition in the semiconductor industry through NWF, so they hold this trump card in their own hands. However, this trump card also depends on who owns it. If it is in the hands of a Chinese company, it is expected to exert its real strength, but under the management of the United Kingdom, it has fallen into a situation of poor management. Not to mention the trump card in such a situation, it may drag the UK down and take in more subsidies. So what is the fate of the NWF? Either go bankrupt or find new investors. However, with the previous case of Chinese companies divesting NWF's equity, it is estimated that no one will dare to take over. In case it acquires the equity of NWF, builds the enterprise, and then the UK once again regrets divesting the equity of the foreign company, wouldn't it be a waste of work? This kind of behavior in the UK will only dampen the self-confidence of investors, causing more and more foreign companies to withdraw their capital from the UK. For example, it is reported that Huawei has given up a £1 billion investment project in the Cambridge campus in the UK. The project that was supposed to start in 2020 has not moved yet. Huawei's official response is that it is still evaluating. Perhaps the UK has a bad attitude and has not provided a good business environment for foreign companies. It has no hope for the UK market. As for the NWF mess, leave it to the UK to figure it out. If you agree with this video, please like it, welcome to Forward, leave a message and share.